House of Dragon, breaking down the representation of war crimes. War is a brutal and devastating force that's been shaping human history for centuries. It's a complex and multifaceted beast, capable of inspiring tremendous courage, sacrifice, and ultimately unspeakable atrocities. The latest season of House of Dragon has brought the horrors of war back to our screens, exploring the tensions and conflicts that led to the downfall of the Targaryen dynasty. One of the most striking aspects of House of Dragon is its unflinching portrayal of the grim realities of war. The show isn't afraid to delve into the darker aspects of human nature, depicting violence, torture, and despair in unapologetic detail. But what's just as notable is the way the show's writers use these depictions to speak to the broader themes of war and its impact on individuals and society. Take the infamous Black Fire attack on King's Landing. For example, this pivotal episode shows the Targaryen army unleashing a horrific wave of destruction on the city, committing war crimes on a massive scale. The scene is both brutal and haunting, a stark reminder of the true horrors that can be inflicted on innocent civilians during times of war. What's particularly interesting about this scene is how it subverts our expectations. On the surface, it's a textbook example of a familiar trope: the brutal conquest, the ravaging of a city, the innocent civilians caught in the crossfire. But scratch beneath the surface, and we find a far more nuanced exploration of the psychological toll of war. The scenes of King's Landing in flames, the screams of the dying, the bereaved weeping in the streets. It's not just a depiction of violence, but a scathing critique of the dehumanizing effects of war. We see the soldiers, armed to the teeth and caught up in the fervor of battle, reduced to mere automatons, incapable of feeling empathy or compassion. And then there's Rhaenyra's conflicted reaction to the Black Fire attack. She's both appalled and exhilarated by the destruction, torn between her duty as queen and her own feelings of guilt and unease. This moral complexity is a hallmark of House of Dragon, refusing to simplify the complexities of war into easy moral dichotomies. One of the most striking aspects of House of Dragon's portrayal of war is its emphasis on the psychological toll it exacts on individuals. From Rhaenyra's internal struggles to Daemon's existential dread, the show's characters are grappling with the trauma of war in ways that feel both deeply personal and powerfully universal. It's a timely and important commentary, given the ongoing conflicts that plague our world today. As we continue to grapple with the existential questions of war and violence, House of Dragon reminds us that the human cost is always the greatest casualty. This podcast is brought to you by Artificial Radio.